Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of the Sit Down. We're going to interview some really special guests today. We got the Girl Pod on. We got Sarah and Sandwich both here tonight. We are super stoked to have you on our show. We had a great time this past weekend at DreamHack. Got to meet IRL, which was a blast. We had so many laughs. We laughed more than we played Magic, I think,
That's
which is
probably
always a
good.
good thing, probably. But yeah. But how are you guys doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm tired.
Chilling.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I am tired too.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
It
get you
was a
some
long
I'm
weekend.
coffee.
old. It's fine.
We gotta get like a
Yeah.
Celsius sponsorship.
I know, right? Send me
Yeah, that would be
Yeah, I miss
awesome.
the free monsters at the Dream Hack. That was clutch.
Those
Whoever
were the
thought of that.
jams. That's what we
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah,
I wonder how
yeah.
many heart attacks were had.
Mm.
There's no limitations.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
Well,
very
it was a
wondering
free
how you
I
did it.
drank
Magic too, so
27
They did have,
monsters in 3 days. Like, oh my god.
yeah. Ironically, the medical tent was right beside the monster tent, so
I
we were.
Right?
I bet they had some hot girl tummy issues.
I'm sure they
Yes,
did.
yeah,
100%.
yeah,
That's why the bathrooms were so nice.
That's it.
exactly. They stayed clean. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're like chili
100%.
dogs,
No,
monster
literally.
energy. That's all you need.
Literally, there was
Chili dogs,
like an
monster,
attendant
and
next to the
DreamHack.
one back in the TCG area, just like standing there with like a roll of paper towels in one hand and then like a bottle of bleach in the other, and it was just like after everyone went in, he'd just go in right behind them and like clean the toilet, and I was like, man,
How
that's service.
disgusting do you think we all are?
That's
Very.
wild.
Those nerds, they're just so gross.
They love their cardboard so much they'll never use toilet paper.
They
You're
just
gonna use
drop
all
it
the
and
toilet
walk
paper to get
out.
more cardboard.
We need more cards. I don't want to use up the cardboard supply. No, thank you.
No thanks. Pass, thanks.
We've got our normal questions tonight. So this is the one we always like to dive into. It's a very generic question, but everyone's story into the game is very unique. So I love to ask it. But what got you both into the game of Magic? Do you have a cool story or like an intro into the game? Like what brought you here?
So I went to the LGS for my birthday last year, and I was going to buy a board game so that I could play a board game on my birthday. And then I was like, I kind of want to play Magic, and then I bought a Nixia.
Dang. Yeah.
And the rest is
That's a cool
history. Here
story.
we are. It's almost my 1 year anniversary of Magic.
Wow.
Oh, that's
It
exciting.
is. We're
Yeah.
coming up on it.
Yeah.
We got a party. We got a party for sure then.
We
Like,
Oh
do.
my
yeah,
god,
that
yeah,
is
we
funny.
should.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that would be
That'd
so
be
fun.
It's my
Let's do
magic
it.
birthday.
I mean, if you want.
Because it's
Yeah.
also your
Imagine
actual
her
birthday.
face
You'll
also
never
her
forget.
actual
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah.
You'll never forget.
Yeah. It's like that one national
Yeah.
tragedy. We'll also never forget. Sorry. I started playing in 2019. My roommates were very interested in it. Her and her boyfriend had just moved in with me from Huntsville, Alabama, and they were like, "Hey, we have this card game. Do you want to play?" And I was like, "Sure."
Yeah.
And I learned how to play on a mutate precon against the Gitrog monster.
Ooh.
So I started in 2019, and then I put it down maybe a week later.
Mm.
And then I picked it up again hardcore about last summer when I learned that the Gitrog monster is horseshit.
Somebody was like, "Oh no, you just had a bad time."
Yeah, they were like, I was like, why are you playing by different rules than I'm playing by? What do you mean I can't play a land from my graveyard normally? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah. What are these precedents? Like they're being set. That,
Yeah, we were also playing mutate very wrong. So the mutate mechanic where you put like, it becomes whatever card is on top.
Mhm.
We were
Yeah, like the
adding
pop
like the
is
power and toughness and making one big mutated
Oh.
fucking massive
Oh.
creature.
That's so much
So they're like, you're always the problem, Sarah. And I was like, no, I didn't do.
I'm sorry.
I knew. I just started. I just got here. I don't know.
Yeah. You're gonna swing this 81 at you.
Yeah.
And it has flying, vigilance, lifelink, trip.
Yeah. 'cause
That's
it's all-
it. Whenever this one attacks and this one attacks and this one attacks and this one attacks, like it was so fun. It was the best. I love the mutate mechanic.
Well, yes,
Yeah,
I think
you did.
a lot more people would play it if it worked that way.
I think
Wow.
it should work that way.
It should.
Yeah. I know the answer to this question. The second question, I know that both of your preferred formats are Commander after like we spoke this weekend, but what I guess since the follow-up question of that, like what would be your second favorite? Is there a format that you want to try maybe or something else you want to dive into in the Magic world?
I'm
All of
interested
them.
in trying either modern or legacy.
Mm.
Cool. Yeah, Legacy's really fun. I like Legacy. It's expensive, but I mean, so is Commander. Technically, you can kind of, Magic's an expensive game, so you can approach it budget format, or just like I'm gonna spend $1,000 on one card. Like it's either way.
I guess actually my second favorite format would be Cube.
Oh yeah,
I
Cube is a
love
blast.
Cube.
Yeah, cube drafting is a lot of fun.
It really
I'm
is.
excited to learn Cube. I've only done EDH and CDH, so like just Commander and then Spicy Commander, but I want to try all of them. Like, I want to try them all. They look so fun.
Yeah.
They're all so different. There's like Popper and Tiny Leaders and Cube and Vintage and Modern and Legacy and
Standard.
so Standard and...
Not standard.
Nope.
All but standard. No, I'm just kidding.
Why?
Maybe
Why do you
sounds
now
like-
my interview question? Why do you hate
You're
Standard?
right. Oh, I don't have. I don't.
Why do you hate
I've
standard,
actually
Daniel?
never tried standard. So like other than just like Arena. which
Wow.
It's
is-
like Commander Light
Yeah.
with 60
I
cards,
have
20 life, and a dream.
in a dream. Yeah, I have found that people who like CDH typically do like the legacy format. Just that competitiveness, and then like the card pool is a lot deeper than like if you were to like dive into standard and have like the rotational sets.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. That's how I learned the game, was just like playing standard. Like when I'm an old head. I started playing Magic way back in like the late '90s. So that's all we had. Just once the cards rotated out, they were just basically dead cardboard. So and then like Legacy came along, all these other like formats came along, and then I came back to the game in 2011 when Commander like first hit the scene, and I was like, oh, this is what I've been missing. This is the stuff right here. So like Commander is by far my favorite. Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Yeah.
I pretty much exclusively play Commander. I have played some like Pauper EDH, which is fun. Just because you can only play with commons, and then your commander can be any creature that is common or uncommon. So it makes for some interesting decks since you can run like non-legendaries as the commanders. And then also you're just really tied to that rarity, and so you don't have the access to a lot of the staples from Commander. So like you see these, very budget or sort of kind of power crept out versions of those cards, and it's like, you know what? Whenever I build a green deck, I really like looking for more removal. I didn't even know they are slightly more mana costed, but like I didn't even know these existed. Like, oh, that gives me 2 or 3 more like very useful things. So it just widens your scope a little bit to kind of the other cards that are out there, just because there are so many cards. It would take you forever to like bump into those in the wild just playing casual Commander. So like that's been a fun experience for me. So I would say that's my second favorite format, even though it is an offshoot of Commander.
Yeah.
It's different enough, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
It is.
it has its own like Moxfield has it as so like you can build a Pauper EDH deck and it'll like hold the deck to those rules, so that makes it easy to like build in those other formats, which so yeah, I mean, I don't know if it has its own like ban lists and things like that. I haven't played it enough to know. I think there's I think Ristic and Mystic are the only 2 cards that are banned in Pauper, and that's
Because they
because
should be.
because they should. Yeah.
It's just
It's just
stupid
they
power.
were printed once upon a time at that rarity way back when. But I think those are the only 2 cards that are banned. So there are a few different rules. So yeah, it kind of would be its own format, I guess.
They never saw the light of day until Commander actually made them relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
Those cards were like commons. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
It is. It went from like a or a bulk common to like a $30 card. Like when people were like, "Oh, this is kind of good in Commander," like it just
A little
skyrocketed.
bit.
Yeah.
People were
Are you
digging through their
finding one?
collections. Like, how many? Where did I keep all those Ristic studies? Like,
I threw them all away. Oh God.
yeah.
I sold them at a garage sale for $1.
All of
What
them
do I do
collectively for
now?
$1, and I had 800
For
of them.
$1, the entire
The whole
book
bin.
for
Yeah.
$1. Yeah.
30 of them.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh.
Do you guys feel like whenever people say that they go to garage sales and they find Magic cards, like they'll find bulk cards for like, they'll buy a bulk for $5 and there's like Gaia's Cradles and dual lands.
Yeah. I
Do you
wish
feel
I
like
could go to that
ethically they
yard
should
sale.
take it back and like
Oh, that's a good
pay for it and tell them
question.
what it's worth? Or do you feel like it's okay because the person didn't know the value, like didn't do the research?
Mhm.
In today's world, I feel like it would be wild to like find like these collectible cards because like there's so many card games. Like it would blow my mind that they didn't at least like Google some of it and see. But yeah, I would feel bad if like I went to somewhere they had like Power Nine, like all this. Like I'm like,
Oh,
like I know you're selling this
Jesus.
for $1, but you could probably retire off of this. Like technically, I would feel a little bad.
I don't know if I
But I
would.
would,
Yeah, I'm sitting like in my heart, I would love to give that answer, but I also am like, but how stoked would I be to get it all for $1? Like, now I feel like a bad person.
I think what I would do is just see, oh, those are magic cards and buy them regardless, and
Yeah,
then
and
just
then if
have it be a gamble myself.
yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. I was
that's
gonna say
true.
that
Yeah.
might like influence the decision. Like if you rifle through it and see that it's $5 and then you buy it because you know that they don't know, that's different than not really looking through it and just be like, oh, a box of magic cards, sick, $5,
Yeah,
I'm
$5.
taking
Yeah,
it.
like I'll take all this. Like who knows
Yeah.
what's in
And then
there?
you
I'll
go
probably
home and you're
find
like shuffling
$5.
through the book and you're like,
Yeah, it's like
wow.
I mean, the
My
people
kids
that
are going to college.
the people that win the
Yeah.
lottery only pay $1 for the tickets, and they win. That's kind of the
It's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's a
don't know.
good
That's tough question because I've never been faced with that. Usually, when
Sure.
I see like cards for sale, it's like they looks like someone's like been stepping on them for the past like 20 years. They're just sitting there and like, I mean, yeah, this is a basic island. Like okay, that's what I find. I've never
Yeah,
had like one
that's
of
what I
those
was gonna say.
dream like
I don't
yeah
I haven't looked for a long time, but right after I got into it, I did drive around a couple Saturdays going to different yard sales, and I found some like Pokemon cards, but I never found any Magic cards.
Hmm.
fair. Yeah.
That's
I've
fair.
never found any cards ever, never a card.
Hmm.
So I
We
guess
Yeah.
had this
one
Or if you
day.
do,
like retail store where I grew up called Dirt Cheap, and it was
Mm.
literally stuff that was just dirt cheap. And my first like time ever seeing a magic card was in that store because
Oh,
they
wow.
would have shoe boxes that were full of cards that were 99 cents. Like the box itself was 99
Mhm.
cents. I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know what these are, and I don't want them. So keep
Yeah.
pushing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say in today's day with the internet that even like Goodwill is gonna probably check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it in the
There's a
glass
couple.
case where you're like, oh.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's a couple channels that do that. Matt Castermage, he's a Canadian-based content creator, and he does like magic stocks and stuff, but he's always doing like bulk finds and like
Mm.
the Goodwills and stuff like that. He'll buy like these unknown packages, and he's hit some big stuff before, but most of the time it's always like paid $100 for this, and I got like $60 worth of cards out of it. And it's like just 1,000 cards that are like all worth a penny or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I got
You dig
it's
for-
worth more as toilet paper than as Magic cards.
yeah. I use this to start my fires at night. Like
Yeah.
it keeps me cold or it keeps me warm.
It keeps me warm.
Interesting question for the both of you. I always love to. It's only 5 choices, I guess technically. But do you have a favorite mana color, and or it can be a combination as well if you like one of the guilds or something like that.
Oh, I'm an Esper girly for sure.
Yeah, Esper. Okay.
Mhm.
If it's guild, I'm Abzan. But if it's single color, I'm green.
I'm blue, 100%.
Okay. Nice. You choose violence. I like that.
Mhm.
I do. I like to tell people no, as you learned.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I learned a lot. The most like
No.
counter spells and like interaction I had to fight through my whole life that game.
I was
Like how
fighting
many
for my
spells are on the
life.
stack? Well, there's 7 right now. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I did this, he did that, she did that, I did this, they did
Yeah.
that. Person not even in
Yes.
the game threw down a counterspell trying
Yeah.
to stop this shit, but it didn't work.
Someone walked by and threw a yeah.
Someone walked by and threw a Beer's Guardianship.
Yeah. Nice. Those
Let's
are
want
good
a mind
concepts.
break trap on top.
There you
Yeah, when we get a
Casual.
flutter storm. Yeah. I think my favorite color is probably green. Overall, that's what got me into the game. Was like I fell in love with elves. I was a young lad, and that was like my first like deck that I built was kind of like a janky like elf deck. It could never win, but I was like, look at all these elves that are together. Like it's not relevant, Shane. I'm like, well, I still like it.
That's awesome.
I also started out on Shane's elf deck, so like green is very near and dear to me. I like Simic a lot too, but honestly, the only color I don't just love is red. And I just have played
Same.
it the least.
That's my second favorite. I love red.
Yeah,
More for you.
I have some mono black decks and I have some mono white decks that I really love. Um, it- but I would say like the play style is more like where I fall. Like it's not necessarily a color, but just like aggro go wide is by far my favorite way to play, and all those
Yeah.
colors have support for that. So I feel like I'm not crazy partial to one over the other, but I guess green is like my first, love. So I usually say green.
Fair.
That's fair.
Go fast,
That's a
not
good one.
big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just like, ooh, like the Delighted Halfling is green, and Greater Tanuki is green, and the lands are so good. Like the lands are good
The lands
for
are so
every
good.
color, but like,
Green's
it's just
just green's got a lot going
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. Very powerful color.
That
And then,
face, like giving that stink face.
Green is like my second least. It's like for me, it's like blue, black, white, green, red, and then colorless on the bottom.
Yeah, fuck the Eldrazi.
Fuck Eldrazi.
I hate Eldrazi.
I'm not a fan.
Shane
I
likes
love
Eldrazi.
Eldrazi.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Jane, get
Here.
out of this
Who
pod.
hurt
Who are
you?
you?
Yeah.
God,
I
I
would
thought we were
betray.
friends.
I would betray all of us. If
Oh,
Emrakul
for
came
sure.
to my doorstep, was like, "Hey," I'd be like, "Take it over, Queen. Like you got it. The Earth is your house now. You."
This is your place now. I don't live here
Yeah.
anymore. Yes, ma'am.
Can I get you anything? Yes, take
Do you
all that
need
I have, and
anything?
what else can I do?
Yeah.
for
You want some? I got some cookies. You want some milk and yeah.
Can I cook for you? Can I rub your feet or tentacles? I guess.
Can I
All I
grace
wanted
the
to-
ground you walk on,
Yes.
please?
Yeah. All I want is to ride on like Kozlik's like shoulder or something. Just, like, just laugh. Like,
I
I
I
told
thought this
y'all.
was going a
And
different
yeah.
direction.
Yeah. You better
I mean,
just
how many
conform or
times?
yeah.
I heard Jeff.
Yeah.
Fair and valid.
I heard Chef. Yeah. Yes, Chef.
Yes.
This is also a fun question, and I'll probably say that ad nauseum just because they're all kind of fun, I guess. But is there any card in the game that you would like to own? Like, just throw price out the window. Like, you're just gonna get gifted this card. Like, what would that like gift be for you? Like, what's the apple of your eye? I guess.
Every answer I came up with in my head, I acquired in the past like 3 months.
Oh, nice.
I was gonna say, I think I already have the one that I would have gotten.
Well,
Yeah.
I was
In this
really
deck.
excited to someday own a Jeweled Lotus, but
Bomp,
I
bomp,
You still can't own them.
bomp.
You still can't own them. Like that's.
Oh, Price is Right at her. Oh, you can't see this one, the Soul Ring from the Dogs and Cats. That's my favorite card.
Oh,
That was the card that
yeah.
I wanted.
Yeah.
oh
It's a
my
good
gosh,
one.
I don't know.
That whole deck is good.
That is
I
really
feel like
good.
because I was gonna say that Secret Lair art of Dark Ritual, but that guy gave it to me.
That's so
That's
Better
nice.
gave it to you.
true.
That was
So
wild.
I have
very,
it. I
very
know. I was
generous,
like, I don't
right?
want to be greedy, and he was like, "Do it or you're a bitch," and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna take it. Thank you."
Wow.
Yeah. Jeez.
Oh, Twitching Doll.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
That
spider?
card
Was
is
it the
$2.
spider?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the card is $2. I just haven't
Nice.
bought
Yeah.
it yet.
Too
I'm just
many.
really excited. It's too many. I should just have it.
Here's my guy's cradle, but I will not pay for that.
$2 too many.
$2?
Oh my gosh, the guy's cradle is such a good second. Yeah, that's
Chicken Dog and Cradle. Like, that's the order. That
anything for Timothy Rass. Look, Timna is my weaver. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
anything
okay,
for her.
okay.
If she demands a
Yeah,
guy's
okay.
cradle, I give it to her.
Yeah.
It's like
Fair enough.
Shane with Emrakul.
Yeah.
For me, I think
Self-aware
it's
queen locked herself up.
She did. She did. Yeah.
Okay,
She
yeah.
recognized that, like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe I'm a little oppressive. Okay, I'll back off for a little bit.
Yeah. We have to respect her for that.
Yeah, absolutely. She's cool. I think she's just chilling. I'm excited for them to come back. Know that they're gonna come back. Like, they kind of came back, but it was like the retelling of the same story. But it's whatever. Yeah, I think for me, if I could own a piece of power, I don't even care what any of the Power 9. Just to have that would be just. I would look at it every day and be like, ooh, that would scratch my
that's
goblin brain
true.
really good.
I forget that there are cards that have actual value. Because whenever you ask me like what card would I like to own, my first thought is like, what is in my deck that I don't have right now? Like, what can I use to play? And my second answer is Time Twister. I'd actually really like a Time
Nice.
Twister.
Yeah, Time Twister's
That would
cool.
be tight. Yeah, that'd be tight.
the only legal Power 9 card in Commander.
I run it in Italian, and I got it for about 99 cents.
Hey.
It slaps. Yeah. Yeah, straight
Yeah.
off the hot off the press. Yeah.
I cut it myself.
Yeah.
Sticker papered it on, so it felt real.
Ooh, she fancy.
Oh, she
Yeah.
fancy.
She thinks I like that.
She big fancy.
Oh Lord.
So what got y'all into content creation? Like what was the light bulb moment was like, I really want to have GirlPod and like I want this to be a thing that we do and you know, have it, you know, be broadcasted out to viewers and such.
So I started GirlPod in real life at my LGS before I met Sandwich. Um, I had a really negative interaction with a man at the LGS who made derogatory comments just about women in magic and was like, oh, you know, the problem with girls in magic is you're all too emotional and you think you know everything and blah, 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 like whatever. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to start this over here and you're not invited. And he would like show up and there would be like a group of people playing. And usually there's only like 2 or 3 other women. And he'd be like, can I play? And we were like, no, this is GirlPod, go away. Like, we're gonna be emotional over here. You can go.
Yeah, we're too emotional, remember?
We're too emotional, yeah.
Yeah.
So then I was brought into a community, and Sandwich and I met there, and just hit it off and clicked. And right after MagicCon Chicago, we were like, let's just do it. Just fucking rip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
MagicCon Chicago was incredibly inspiring. Because GirlPod was kind of like a joke. Like, we would lean into the mic and be like, GirlPod. And, like, that was how you were, like, a part of GirlPod. That was, like, your initiation into GirlPod.
Yeah.
And that was, like, the joke. And everyone participated, and it was funny. And, like, we'd come into a voice chat, and everyone would be like, GirlPod. And, like, it was just funny. And then in MagicCon Chicago, we got to meet Olivia. We just, Gobert Hicks, we just randomly bumped into her as she was walking throughout the con. And then I got to meet Rachel Weeks right outside the bathroom while we were waiting in line. And I was like, no, this is inspiring as hell. And me and Sandwich just fucking took it and ran and started our own community.
Yeah.
Now we big chill and hang out and play Magic and make content. And
yeah, we were like both learning. We're still always learning, obviously, but it was like we're learning these synergies, we're learning these combos, and we could share this with people. Sarah makes incredible graphics. Like she does the digital art, and like so we started building up these combos and all these cards of the day so that we could help people learn while we're learning too. And then people resonated with it because we were personable. We would get things wrong, but we would acknowledge it and be human about it and like learn from it.
Yeah.
I think that's like we met so many people that we put like, oh, Olivia, she's incredible. She's a human. Like these people are just humans, and it made it more attainable for us to also do it as well, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with that. You guys are awesome too, by the way. Just like from the outside looking in, like I didn't meet you until this weekend. You know, I think we like were at Command Fest Atlanta together. We didn't get a chance to like sit down, and, like chill or anything. And obviously I've just seen your stuff. You know, we followed mutuals on the same socials and stuff. But like y'all's positivity and like just, I'm glad y'all said full sin and just like did it because like the community is a better place because y'all are in it. So
Yeah.
kudos for taking that leap. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. That's what I want. Just be positive voices in the space and just have a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. That's like our favorite thing to do.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's what Magic is.
Someone left us a hate comment one time about how like we're just like dumb bitches playing Magic, and like
you can take that and run with it. Honestly, like
that's like the bit now. I was like, we should do a TikTok where like we're sitting at the con and it's just a compilation of us like laughing in all the pods, and then as we're driving home, we're just like. But we couldn't even fucking record it because we were laughing so much on the way home from the con.
Yeah.
That would be really funny. Like, oh, and then just
in the car. Yeah.
The drive home's
like no sound at all, just like the sound of the road. Yeah.
Yeah. God, we fooled those idiots. They think we're bubbly and cute.
No longer.
Yeah. To that effect, like, what do you have like a specific like goal in mind for like what you're trying to do for content creation? Is there like a a next like level that you're trying to reach? I know there's sometimes like some milestones that all of us are trying to maybe hit, but it's always interesting to hear people's like thought process for that.
I think because we took GirlPod and we basically divided it in half. And so Sandwich takes care of all of our physical art, our Patreon members, all of those like the tangible pieces of GirlPod Sandwich handles. And then I handle more of like she also handles the Twitter. And then on the other side I handle kind of like the analytics on the back end. Just because we both picked out pieces that we enjoyed doing. So I feel like we could both have a really solid answer to this question because we both kind of like divide and conquer. But for me, I would really like to hit 10K on Instagram and then to hit 500 subs on YouTube. Those are two of my bigger goals. And then to be able to pump out more than one video a week is a very big goal of mine right now.
Yeah.
We've been joking lately because we were like Mr. B Safe Girl Pod, but it's because he released that document that we were talking about, and I kind of followed the editing style he was talking about, and I was able to edit 3 videos at once, and I was like,
Oh wow.
this is life changing. Holy
Yeah.
shit! Like I can do so much with this. So I was like, okay. Okay, I'm gonna build up the catalog and the backlog, and then we're like one step closer for my goal of pumping out 3 videos a week.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if anybody's got the blueprint for YouTube success, it's probably Jimmy. Like, I mean, the dude blew up
100%.
a little town from North Carolina with him and his friends, and now he's the biggest YouTuber ever. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's- yeah.
I
What about
read
you,
that
Sandwich?
thing
What,
twice.
it's, I mean, it's gold, like worth its weight in gold. Yeah.
I am also looking forward to getting our content up so that we can do more and varied content. And once we get that backlog, then we can do more streams and things like that because we'll have all of his content's already done. We won't have to worry about recording and live streaming and things at the same time. But I'm really excited about some of the merch that we have coming out. I also learned about Mr. Beast's thing, and I was like, dang, I wish there was a way to work on like 3 art projects at the same time instead of editing. I'm like, oh, you just work on 3 art projects at the same time instead of editing 3 videos. So like, even with moving and everything that happened last month, I was able to like use that model and get all of the Patreon rewards finished and mailed out on the 2nd, which was not. I wanted to do it on the 1st, but like I lost 3 weeks of that month, and I was able to do an entire month of work in like a week and a half,
Wow,
which was
yeah.
incredible.
That's
And
awesome.
then I'm excited about we have some merch stuff that's coming out that I'm so close to being finished with, and I cannot wait to release it. And that's one thing that I'm really
Awesome.
really excited about because once that's done, then we have like 3 other lines. So I'm just really excited about all of that.
That's
That's
awesome.
exciting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's exciting to like be in a position to like roll stuff out and like have your ideas like, think tank. Like I'm sure like a lot of y'all stuff just like ours, like a lot just hop on like calls all the time. We're just talking like shooting shit like, what do you think might be fun to do? And it's like, oh man, I really want to do these interviews. Like we've never done these before. Like
Yeah.
we get to play these games, but I'm always like, I want to know more with people that we're playing with. So like it's just fun stuff like that, and you're like, okay, let's do it. And then like you see these ideas become like life, and then you get the feedback, and the videos start like kind of like take hold, and it's just that to me that's the full circle of like content creation and like you're
Yeah.
just having your expressiveness kind of put out there, and then merch too. That's exciting too, especially like I can vouch for Sandwich's artwork. It's legit. Like all that stuff you do is pretty
Thanks.
cool.
It's so
So
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you so
yeah.
much.
So
I think the
yeah,
best
I'm
part
excited
of
to see
being
that.
is that we like never stop working. Like
Oh
we get up in the
yeah.
morning and we yap with our coffee, and somehow we can go from like having no ideas to having a million and bouncing them, and then we like
Mm.
scurry off to our little offices and to work on the ideas that we just talked about, and then we meet
Yeah.
up for lunch, and then we're like, oh my god, more ideas! We're so excited! And then we went into DreamHack, and DreamHack inspired us so much, and meeting everyone
Yeah.
inspired us so much, and then we went to Publix afterwards, got
Oh
pub
my
subs,
God.
cupcakes,
There
and
you
a
go.
bottle of wine, and
Mhm.
locked up into a
Mm.
room,
Pub
and
sub.
we were yapping for a really long time, and it
Yeah.
always circled back to like, oh, what if we did this for this, and like this for Girl Pod and this for Girl Pod, and so it's been really fun to get to create together and
Yeah.
to be on and like feeling unstoppable 24/7 is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is cool. That's
And
awesome.
like not wanting
about-
to stop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
that's what I was
like
gonna
I,
say.
I'm
Like,
and
excited
it's
to get
hard,
up and work.
but
you hear
yeah.
creators talk about, like being burned out, and we talked a little bit about that as well. But like just having that excitement, I think, is just like so refreshing and genuine, and comes across in the content. and like it resonates with people, like when they feel like you care about what you're talking about, like just goes so far with the audience that like I would say that's probably more valuable than like good at editing or good scripting or good thumbnails or what, like whatever the case might be. Just like having that authenticity come through, even if it's like in a low budget, like it's still going to get like a real community involved. Like that's how you build a real community, is like people buy into you and who you are versus just like gathering information like from a video you have.
Yeah.
And I know that
Cool.
they say comparison is the thief of joy, and I don't mean to knock anyone else's community or shit on anyone, but I genuinely feel like we have curated one of the most kind, and supportive communities on the internet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Our community, every morning we say good morning, like every morning.
Yeah, like
There's
everyone
a stream of
does.
messages. It's like, oh, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
That's amazing.
And now it's kind of shifted toward we also say good night.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
people come into our Discord and they tell us about their day and they celebrate their wins with us.
Oh,
And
that's awesome.
one of our
Yeah.
mods, Ian, tells us about his daughter and his wife, and now his wife is in the community, and she comes in and she's like, "Oh, good morning, everyone." We're like, "Oh my god, good morning. What's up? Like, how's it going?"
That's awesome.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
amazing.
it's so nice.
I
As
think a
soon
lot
as
of
the
people forget
invites,
that.
you guys should join.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget like the human element just goes a long way. Like I know we're playing a card game, and like that's kind of the foundation, I guess, of like what we're doing. Like magic's obviously very important, but like at the end of the day, we're still people like interacting with each other. So like if you add that human element to it, like how's your life outside of magic? Like, oh, well, thanks for asking. Like I don't get that a lot, so
Yeah.
that goes a long way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. We have like magic chats, but we also have like, oh, did you make some good food? Have you heard a good song lately? Have you seen any good art lately? You can promote your own channels in place too, because we want everyone to like
Yeah.
grow together. Like that's so important too.
Yeah,
Is that
absolutely.
everyone supports everyone. It's not just everyone being super supportive of us and telling us good morning. It's like people are like, oh, I'm having a problem with my Alfredo, and then 3 people give them their Alfredo sauce recipe. Like,
Cooking it too.
I love it.
Yeah.
Actually
the
happened
heat is
yesterday,
too
yeah.
high. Medium high. Medium high. That's
Yeah.
the key. That is the key.
Yeah.
A little bit of cheese at a time. That's the key to Alfredo.
Yeah,
Don't
you have
That's
break
to
the
the
sauce.
key. Is just a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm, you know.
I cook
You
for a
get it.
living,
Right.
so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I have a Cajun
BRB.
food tent, food truck. So yeah,
Oh, Ty?
Oh, that's
I
cool.
make a Cajun chicken Alfredo. It's really good. It's like got hot sauce in
Oh.
it and like some like
Yo.
yeah. It's
You're
real
telling me
good.
we hung out all day Saturday and not once,
Did that come up?
not
Yeah, no.
once did that A come up or B happen.
Well,
Yo. Yeah, we're going. Where's that truck at? I just need to.
yeah.
I just need to make a little note. Hold on, I have an
When we come
Someone
to
give me an
record with
address
you-
now.
When we come record with you guys in real life, I'll make chicken Alfredo. for
Okay,
you guys.
perfect.
Yeah.
Oh
That'll be
my
like
God.
our like podcast meal. We'll
Yeah,
like
there we go.
eat chicken alfredo on like the
And
podcast.
it'll
Yeah.
splash all over the card.
Okay, we'll be slurping into it.
We'll do the ASMR. Oh my god.
Yeah.
See, we're ideas
Uh,
people. We're
Yo.
ideas people.
Love it. A fun question. What do your non-magic friends or it could be family, it could be anybody. Like, what did they think of when you're like Magic the Gathering? Or you say just, I mean, like I just say Magic a lot. So like, a lot of people say like, do you know how to pull rabbits out of your hat? Like, like what do they think of when you tell them about like what you guys are focusing on? With this game.
My roommate is always like, is that game where there's a lot of words on the cards? Because that's too much reading and I don't want to do it.
That's
My
Not
mom is
wrong.
like,
Fair.
super
Not wrong.
cool.
Yeah, not wrong.
That's about
That's
it.
fair.
They're usually just like,
Cool.
Yeah, they're like, that's cool. Or like
Oh,
one person was
nice.
like, isn't that Post Malone card game? And I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
oh, that was my favorite thing. I pulled the One Ring and I posted the photo of it. It's the same photo that's on my Twitter. It's like the face versus the pool. And I posted that on my Facebook. It's like, I have family and friends who are not big in the community, but they do play Magic, whatever. And someone commented, this is probably a fake card. There's only one in existence and Post Malone bought it. So unless you bought that for $2 million. And I was like, I don't think you understand how card printings work. I was like, it is true. Post Malone did pay an outrageous amount of money. However, this is a different printing.
Mhm.
And it's a
Yeah.
real card. Promise.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was other versions, but I get it. Yeah.
No, only one ever of anything ever.
Right,
Only one.
Yeah,
right.
unless you
The
want that. I
One
mean, as a
Ring.
matter of fact,
It's
I
called
did.
the One Ring. There's
I-
only one.
Yeah, you can't lie. Yeah, my
Yeah.
neighbor was even
Filthy
like, I
liar.
don't know what magic is. I just like your stuff. You guys are nice and cute. I'm like, thank you.
We get that a lot.
You take it where you can get it,
Yeah.
right?
You
Right.
know, the best part of being a content creator is getting complimented all the time. It's really
Yo.
feeding my vanity. I love it.
Yeah, your head just explodes.
I
Like,
know.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to go get a haircut just to cover my ego.
There you go.
It's ridiculous.
Love it.
I just make terrible plays, so
Um,
I stay humble, you know. You like compliment
I
I
this,
do it
but
on
like
purpose.
this,
I do it on purpose so that I can keep my humility.
right?
I can humble myself real quick.
See, I
Um,
play suboptimally.
I
on
can
purpose.
too.
Yeah. So this is a two-part question. It's a fun one too because it's all hypotheticals. But
Ooh.
first one, and this can be a collective answer. Or actually, no, I want to hear from both of you. What universes beyond would you like to see?
Okay, I answered this the first time that I was asked this question, and it was Twilight, and I stand on it.
Oh, but you said it
It's
so
fine.
quietly.
I stand on I 10 toes down. I stand on that business.
Say it
Look,
with
we
chest.
already have
Say it with
vampires,
bass.
okay? We already have vampires.
Yeah,
we can
just
just
not
add more
those
vampires, and they
vampires,
can
I
be
see.
sparkly and glittery, and they
Okay.
can. They have reach. They all have reach.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I have a
I
lot
can
of
see
thoughts.
I can see a secret layer at the very least.
Yeah.
With
Right?
With regular. Yeah. What about you, Sam? Is there universes beyond you want to see?
I'm sure there is.
I'm sure.
Something.
Can we get a Gilmore Girls secret layer?
Oh my
Gilmore
god!
Girls?
For you,
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Can Rory be my
Oh.
commander?
Yeah, just all of those like early 2000 shows, like all of them.
And
That would
Dawson's
be great.
Creek,
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't want
Buffy?
to
Buffy?
I haven't seen
Buffy,
Buffy,
Buffy.
yet.
It'd be
Buffy.
Twilight and then Buffy right after.
So
I would
many
also.
shows.
I know that we just got Dustborn, but I would love like an actual like full like I know it's like House of Horror, but I would love a full like horror movie set. Like
Mm.
even if it were like a horror movie secret layer, because I know they did the Chucky one, but I want like slashers. Like put Ghostface on a card and give it to me, please.
Yeah. Ghostface,
I
Michael.
don't know if it'll be a universe
Freddy.
one.
Sam Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
Could be so
Yeah.
good.
Oh, Trick or Treat
I
would be
love
such a
that
cute
one.
little card.
Practical Magic would be a good one.
Just the house.
So-
I think we
As
have
a
to get a
land.
duplicate answer for this.
Yeah, no, we haven't
It's
gotten.
been unique. Yeah.
Yeah, all of
I mean, we've got My Little
Oh, that's
Pony.
cool.
No, Care Bears. Care Bears. I always forget
Mm.
that one. One of Care Bears. So now we got Twilight, Marvel. There was some like book series that people were like actually like stoked about. So it's been interesting to hear everybody's like opinion on like what they want to see. And then last question. This is a fun one. What's your ideal pod? Like who are you filling out for? Like this is my dream pod. I'm gonna sit down and play Magic with these other people and like who makes that cut? Who makes the roster?
We're about to play it right now.
Shut up.
Okay, maybe
Oh.
yours.
Oh, I got the
I already played in this pod.
Oh Lord.
No, you guys are awesome, and I love playing Magic with you guys.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
I think I have two.
Okay.
I have like two dream pods.
And she's not
That's
telling
it.
you.
Okay.
what they are.
Sandra,
And
And no
Alright,
free
okay,
information.
cool. I
No,
don't share my dreams. Yeah.
I have two, and it's because they're two duos, so it's hard to pick. But I would love to do like a girl pod play to win CEDH pod.
Ooh,
And I would also
yeah.
love
Yeah.
to do a girl pod Scry Babies pod.
Yeah, that would be
Nice.
really good.
You don't know how
Very
many
good.
people have
Oh.
said either Lua or Scry Babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are in
They're
everyone's
incredible.
dream pod.
They're incredible. I'm like,
Yeah.
just the fact that we get to be in their mirror bubble in
Mm.
Vegas during the Learn to Play CDH event, I'm like
Mm.
tweaking. I'm like, I'm not
Like
gonna I'm gonna be
dreamy.
super cool about it. But I'm like,
Hey.
definitely, there's gonna be like some I'm gonna be like, hey, how's it going? Hey, son. Definitely not on crack.
Can I touch you? Like, like
Are you real? Can I
Yeah.
poke you?
Yeah, is this the dream? Yeah.
Additionally, Brian Kibler and Olivia would be awesome to play with too.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah.
would be fun.
Actually be
would
on
be
there
really
like,
fun.
yeah, was it Commander
I
at
would
Home?
love
That
to
was
play
yeah.
a competitive pod against Brian Kibler. That would be like a dream. I wanted
Yeah.
to curb
Yeah.
me so bad.
Dude, he knows his stuff. I mean, he's been
He
a
does.
staple in
And
that.
that's why.
in that- yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. What about you, Sandwich? Do you have any like a celebrity like or somebody in the community?
Do they have to be alive?
No.
Okay, because
You
I
say
was
George,
thinking
you say George
Wubby.
Washington.
I think Wubby would be really fun to play with, and then I think Betty White would like Betty White and Wubby, and then Sarah and I.
Mm. That would be honestly just the conversations. That would be just a fun pod to watch. Like that would be wild. Like Betty White comes back to life, knows how to play Magic,
Yeah.
sits down at the pod. Like yeah,
She comes back to life
I don't think-
specifically to play with Girl Pod.
I don't think we've had an
Yeah.
answer that was like just a straight up celebrity. Like, you know what, Daniel Boone would be really cool to have at my pod.
man, that's a deep
No,
cut.
with
Man.
the coonskin cap, he's like important. Did you not remember the Alamo, Shane? Do you?
That's
Oh, wait, that
specifically what
Yeah,
they say.
Jane.
I remember the Alamo. Like I do remember that was the thing they told me to do in school is to remember the Alamo. I was like that was the rule.
Remember the
Remember
Alamo.
the Alamo.
Davy Crockett.
Look,
Yeah.
we have to remember the Alamo, but also never forget. There's so much happening in my noggin. I don't know.
Mm.
I'm
Yeah.
never gonna forget the Alamo.
Plus, I'm from Tennessee, and that was like,
Oh yeah, that's
like,
our whole
that's
thing.
why we're the
Yeah, that's our whole thing.
that's why we're the volunteer state because we sent so many volunteers to the Alamo. But you know, nobody's here for Tennessee history. Oh, you got a climber.
Yeah.
Hold on,
every now and then.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say hi.
My name's Jeff.
Now that my bed is so
Um,
close to the back of my chair, you can just jump, and so.
Oh, that's just a
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
He like launches like
Cool.
a sugar glider. He's ready to go. You get it?
Yeah, absolutely. I was one of those kids that wanted a sugar glider. My parents were like, absolutely not. Like, it's like it flies. Like it literally can't. Like that's the reason that you can't have one. Like,
That thing you think is cool, we think is terrible.
yeah.
And they were right.
They were.
Oh my god, can you imagine if your
Funny,
kid
my-
had a sugar glider?
Oh, gee.
Absolutely not. Yeah,
Terrifying.
they
That's
had
an
my
adult
business
pet.
in mind. Yeah, they know that I'm gonna go. Like, how far can you fly? Like, can you fly off the roof? Like,
Yeah,
you know, like,
exactly.
there's limits there. Yeah.
Oh, that poor sugar glider. What a life
Yeah.
it would have had.
Yeah. In another universe, I had
Yeah.
a sugar glider. Who knows what happened to that
For
thing?
about 2 days.
Yeah. Well, in closing, just want to give you guys some time to maybe like if you want to plug anything that you're doing or anything. In this video, everybody's watching. We'll have all their links, all their stuff. Check out their Patreon. Check out their Discord community. You heard it here. It's an awesome community to be a part of. So go check it out. Check out their YouTube. You know they got some goals in mind. So please hit those subscribe buttons. It goes a long way. Instagram is popping off too. They put out some really funny content and really cool stuff on the daily. So please go check out all of GirlPod stuff, and then the floor is y'all's. Plug anything you want. See you at Vegas. That's
I was gonna say Vegas. I'm excited about
Yeah.
Vegas.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say you plugged all our stuff.
Yeah.
okay. Fair enough.
Thank you so much for having us. I'm Sarah. I'm on behalf of GirlPod MTG. You can check us out on all platforms at GirlPod MTG. We are trying to grow our YouTube right now, so you can check that out. It'd be super appreciated. We will have some in-person content coming soon. We're gonna do a whole time-lapse building video of us building our filming room, but first we have to move a damn pool table out of there, so
Yeah.
gotta figure that
But
out.
we think we have a
first.
solution, so that's exciting.
Mm.
I'll let
Possibilities.
Sandwich talk about what we got coming up and the exciting pods we have and all that jazz.
Nice.
I'm Sandwich. I'm the other half of GirlPod MTG. We are going to be in Vegas in like 2 weeks, which is wild that it's so close.
Oh, gosh.
There
Yeah.
on I know. Are y'all ready? Well, except for you,
I'm
Shane.
ready,
Sorry.
yeah. Bum, bum, bum.
Dan has to stay at home.
You're really good at that sound, honestly. You watch a lot of
Bring the
Price is
baby
Right.
with you. I'll babysit. I'll just carry the baby around with me.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
I'll surround
She
by
can learn
magic.
CEDH also.
Right.
It'll be fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Friday in Vegas, we will actually be part of the Learn CDH event. So if y'all want to sign up and learn how to play with us, or if you already know how to play and you just want to play some CDH with us, you can find us there all day, except for like the very middle of the day from 2 to 4. We're gonna get like a little lunch break, but other than that, we'll be there all day. And those are like our set plans, but we'll be playing Magic all weekend, and I'm really excited about that too.
Heck yeah. Awesome.
Mhm.
Well, thank you both so much for being here. Again, go check out all their stuff. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, all the buttons. Just hit them. Yeah.
Except
See
for
you
the
guys on the
dislike
next.
button.
Oh yeah, don't hit
Except
Don't
on
that.
hit
the
that
yeah,
one.
don't even worry about that. Yeah,
No,
that's
you
the
should
button
hit
that
that
shall not
button.
be
Stop
recorded name.
Hit that button
Yeah.
and see what happens.
Yeah.
I
Come
dare
at
you.
you like.
Scream.
Yeah.
Dare you.
We'll
Scream!
Yeah.
We don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. Well, thank everybody for watching. We appreciate it. We'll sketch you on the next video. Until then, bye.
Bye.
Awesome.